Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today I am here at the Tesla Service Center in Fort Lauderdale because my car is going to get the retrofit for the trunk harness that connects the camera on the license plate. So I just left the car right there. They're gonna take it into the service center area, which is through those doors, and I'm just gonna wait for it. So let's see how long it takes. Right now it's 5 minutes to 8 o'clock, and I'm just gonna wait here and see how long it takes. They did something different here. Usually you just drive through those doors. When you approach them, they automatically open. But what I did this time, they had that little tent over there with someone from the service team taking the appointments in. So he took my name, they had me on the list. I gave them the key card, and now they have the card. So now it's a matter of just waiting. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna go inside the waiting area that's in there. I'm gonna go in there, grab a cup of coffee, and chill. Just wait for the car right there. Well, I feel like I almost just recorded the previous clip, which is amazing. The car's already done. They replaced the trunk harness that manages the cable for the camera that's on the license plate. It took them literally half an hour. It was great, good service. The team here is doing a really good job. So anyway, now I'm ready for the weekend. Thanks for watching. See ya. Well, as I'm ready to leave, I noticed something, and it's unfortunate, but at least I noticed it. So this is what's going on. If I pop the trunk open and I turn on the camera, you'll see that it starts flickering. So it seems like maybe they just did the little conduits or protectors for the cable. I don't know if the actual harness was replaced. So I'm gonna talk to the guys again, and hopefully they can take care of that. So yeah, I mean, it's really unfortunate, but let's just see what happens. And let's close that trunk again, pull up there and see what they say. Well, I just spoke to the service manager here, and we went through the details of the ticket of what was done to my car. And what happened was that the instructions of the bulletin say that if there's a certain cable, a certain color in the harness, they don't need to actually replace the harness, that they just do some clip replacement and some arrangement. But the problem is that that didn't fix my car. So they did not replace the harness. So now they have the car again, and what they're going to do is that they're actually going to do a good faith replacement of the harness, and hopefully that takes care of it. They did say that there's a chance, a small chance, that the problem is the camera. And if the problem is the camera, you know, they may need to replace it. So what I'm gonna do now is just wait for the car. They're actually going to replace the harness now, and then I'll just take it one step at a time. Hopefully that takes care of it. So fingers crossed that that's gonna work. Sorry about the noise, but we'll see what happens. All right. Well, I am back home. I just made it back here from what was supposed to be a short day at Tesla for service. Turned out to take like most of the day because I have to go negotiate, talk to them, go back there to the service bay, and just try to figure things out. So at the end of the day, here's what happened. And I did not get my harness, trunk lid harness replaced. The reason why I didn't get it replaced is because although I still think that the issue is basically due to the defect of the cable that bends when the trunk opens and closes, the truth is that when they were going to replace it the second time that they went to look at the car, they reached out to me while I was there, and they brought me to the car so that they could show me that I actually tapped into the harness. The reason that I tapped into the harness is because I have a red lighted T on the back of my car, which I'm going to show you here. So I'm showing it to you so that you see what I mean. So that red light on the T logo is a custom T, and I tapped into the cable that lights the license plate so that when I turn on the headlights, the lighted T turns on. So it just so happens that even though I didn't think, so I'm actually not tapping into the cables that deal with the camera. The harness itself has many cables, and I tap into two that are for the license plate. But, you know, Tesla can say, well, you modified the harness, so if you want it replaced, you're gonna have to pay for it. The reason why I opted not to replace it is basically because I only see the flickering of the camera when the trunk is open. So I never use the camera when the trunk is open. I only use it when I'm backing up, or if I'm inside the car and I want to see behind me. So usually that means the trunk is closed, and I never really need the camera when the trunk is open. And it's not permanent, it just sometimes flickers, right? Every few seconds it turns off and on. So with that being said, I decided to just leave it the way it was. So I told Tesla to put it all back together the way it was. So my red lighted T is working, and everything's fine. So it's not anyone's fault. I guess it's just one of those things. That's pretty much it. So I wanted to still publish this video because if you have a red lighted T and you're tapping into the wiring of the license plate, that means that you're also tapping into the same harness that holds the cables that use the camera. So you may bump into a situation where Tesla will tell you, we're not going to replace it, even though it's a defective part, we're not going to replace it because you tapped on the harness. Now, I did find out at this moment, at least, the harness price is $70. So it's not that expensive. If you ever have the problem, you want to go back to the original harness and you have a lighted T like I do, you can always do it yourself. It's a simple job. If you did your lighted T, I'm sure that you can do the replacement of the wiring harness. So it's just $70 as of today. Maybe in the future it's more, maybe it's less, I don't know. But that's about it. So I wanted to share this information with you, even though my initial goal was to show that it was an easy job for Tesla to replace, which it is. And if you don't have any customizations on your car, you can still take your car to them when they have the part available and have it replaced if yours is suffering from the defect. It's a very small number of cars actually had that defect. So it may not matter to you, right? Like only if you, I don't know how many thousands of cars have the potential issue, and Tesla is fixing it as part of a bulletin. But if not, then it's okay. So that's all I have for today. Thank you for watching. Thanks for subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.